Good morning, everybody. It is Monday morning at 6:44. I am outside of a Pokemon drop with my husband, and yet again, it looks like we're going to be watching Amazing Race. So let's catch up, and I'm going to be posting my thoughts here. So let's watch. Ooh, the driver's seat is back on the Amazing Race, and this one is going to cause some drama. Any twist you throw at a Big Brother player, they're going to eat that shit up, because Big Brother is nothing but twists, turns, unexpected, expect the unexpected. It's very strategic. Now, not to say that Amazing Race and Survivor are not, but out of the CBS shows, Big Brother is the most strategic. So I'm excited to see how, like I said, I'm just really excited to see how the strategy comes into play with this Amazing Race season, because it is nothing but Big Brother players. It's exciting. This is wild to me. The Jag and Jazz are actually waiting for Natalie and Joseph's teams. Well, they're all together now, and they are getting ready to go. Jag and Jazz got directions and waited for Joseph and Natalie, and they're all going to follow each other. This is the first time anything like this has actually ever happened. An actual alliance that works together. I'm excited to see. Wow, so all three teams just got to the driver's seat spot without any issues. They're the first three teams there. Oh no, they got there early, and now they have to wait until 9, 2 hours. So basically, this ends up making it a free-for-all, because everybody's going to end up at the same place around the same time for the majority of players not being able to start, obviously, until 9 o'clock. They're there 2 hours early. The rest of the teams are all getting ready to take off. They're all getting directions, which means they're all pretty much going to show up around the same time, as long as nobody fails with the directions. The strategy, without having the blood on their hands, that is a Big Brother gameplay, and this is very exciting. Now, the boys are trying to convince Natalie and Stephanie to be the ones to get the blood on their hands, which is smart in their, for them. It's smart for them. But when it comes to Natalie and Stephanie, I don't know. I hope that they're not the ones to put... I think they're going to be the ones to put it on the board. Which could give them a potential target. Uh-oh, here comes 9 o'clock. Let's see. Oh, they let the girls take it first. So I wonder if that means that they're going to be the ones to put it up on the board. Oh, they're at the roadblock. Okay. Natalie and Stephanie are the ones doing the driver's seat. Oh, gosh. So Natalie and Stephanie gave the heaviest crates to all three of the boy teams, but also they gave it to Chelsea and her dad, who is a firefighter. That's fair. He does probably know how to lift heavy things and carry, all of the things, obviously, but Chelsea is not going to like that. I don't think Chelsea's going to appreciate that, because she's a former winner. And Jazz is a former winner. Jazz was there first, but they let Natalie and Stephanie take this. This is where all that strategy and gameplay really comes into play, because these alliances that they've built, you're basically building targets and you're building shields within your alliance while helping each other. It's a weird thing. I would be so excited to play on a season with any of these people. It'd be so fun. It's funny to me that Natalie and Stephanie are just killing this roadblock, and the boys are struggling so hard. It helps when you take your time, slow down, have a little bit of patience, and go with the flow. And she's trying to help these two, but Adam and Jazz are just, or is it Jag? I don't remember which one. But they're trying to power through this. It's Jazz. I do like that the Big Brother player of the pair is the one kind of like sitting out and letting the other person do the roadblocks, because they're also getting their opportunity to like showcase their personalities and their talents and like who they are on television. I think that's really cool. Obviously they do have to switch off on the roadblocks, but I think it was really cool that all three of the Big Brother players waited on this one, and all three of the non-Big Brother players did this roadblock. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, they have officially figured it out, and they are seeing how much they have to fill up, like how many crates they have to fill up because of the driver's seat. So the people that are starting to show up. Oh, he's celebrating the fact that Angela went home. Now, the problem with doing this alliance type of thing, you as someone Hold on. I'm sitting outside the Target, so there's still people outside talking. Anyways, the fact that these Big Brother people are building alliances right from the get-go. They're doing this from the first few legs. This is the episode 3 or episode 4, I think. Okay, I rolled up the windows. Anyways, what I was trying to say, you probably can still hear them a little bit. It's muffled, but I rolled the windows up. Basically, with these Big Brother people trying to create, or actually creating alliances between themselves or amongst the teams, once one team finishes, I know that they're going to have that, do I wait? What do I, like that, there's going to be a little bit of a pull inside of them that's going to have them asking themselves, what do we do now? What about the other two teams? What about our alliance? Rather than just focusing on themselves. And that is what Big Brother is all about. Forming these alliances to make it to the end of the game, same as with Survivor. Amazing Race has typically not ever been like that because they come in with a partner to begin with. They come in with that person that they've already got established trust with. They've already got established loyalty with. They have a teammate. They're not looking for teammates. They're not looking for friends. They can look for people that, might help them out in one challenge, but then after that, they usually cut ties. This is a Big Brother season. This is nothing but Big Brother people. So they know the ties that you make, the relationships that you cultivate throughout the time that you're on the show, that you're spending with these people, the relationships that you make actually do have a hold because we're human. Emotions is what gets you. That's why shows like this, I think, intrigue me so much because you can see the way people think, the way that they act, the way that they respond, all the things. But when it comes to winning and racing for $1 million, they're now putting themselves in the other team's brains of, well, I helped you get there. Aren't you going to wait for me? I helped you. Aren't you going to help me? What about I scratched your back? You got to scratch my back. So this could end up getting very dangerous for the teams that form alliances. But it could also fare them very well. And I think it will. I think we're seeing that already. These 3 teams, I think, are going to remain at the top. Unless somebody, uses the express pass or, and blows past them easily. Or if they get lost, but if they turn on each other. That's the only other way that that's going to happen. So, like I said, I am just so excited. The strategy has never been in Amazing Race quite like it is, and this is only episode 3. So, I'm beside myself because how is this going to fare for them? Because Natalie and Stephanie are one of my favorite teams. I love Natalie. I've loved her since her season. And to see her creating these strong alliances, it's like, yes, you go, girl. But those emotional ties, are they going to weigh on them or are they going to be able to cut them when they need to? Because these are 2 of the other strongest teams. However, they're running right alongside them. So it's either going to be a showdown of the best. They're going to respect each other, take each other all the way to the end and never turn on each other and then go for it, fight it out, race it out. Or it will end up biting them in the ass and one of them, their hearts are going to be like, oh, but they helped us, let me help them. And that will be their downfall. We'll see. We switched seats to the front. So Natalie and Stephanie are figuring out the directions. They figured out that it's 15 minutes away and they're writing down the directions for the boys. So, yeah, that is crazy. This is wild because the position that they've put themselves in, and then giving those directions to Jag and Jazz, Natalie and Stephanie are absolutely, oh my gosh, they left directions for Joseph and his brother. Oh, this is crazy. Joseph and Adam just came out to find the directions written down on their bumper. That is the first time in Amazing Race history that has ever happened. Another team wrote the directions down for not 1, but 2 teams that were behind them. Crazy. Like Natalie and Stephanie, I hope you win just for that. I would honestly have such a hard time with this challenge because I don't drink alcohol and I absolutely do not drink beer. It smells so awful to me and I am super sensitive to smells. That would be a struggle and a challenge probably when it came to the Amazing Race. That'd be the only thing that I would probably struggle with would be, well, I take that back. Small cramped spaces and smells or like food, that type of thing. It looks like they're going to be tilling the land. Oh, yeah, plow a field. Tilling the land is what I was trying to say. Oh, my God. The clue is literally buried in the dirt that they have to till up. That's crazy. They got to use horses. This is wild. I take that back. It's not actual horses. They are the horses. They've got one of them strapped up to... Hold on, let me show you. He's literally hooked up to it. They're literally hooked up. They are the horse. Yikes. Adam and Joseph got turned around, and Eric and Tucker ended up passing them. So that's not good. But again, this challenge that they have to do is an equalizer for sure. It will definitely level the playing fields, which is funny because they're tilling the land. Jazz and Jag found their clue, and then right behind them, Natalie and Stephanie found their clue. Adam and Tucker are heading out right now, and I believe Eric and Tucker. I keep getting their names wrong. My brother's name's Adam, so it's easier for me to say. It's like stuck in my brain. But anyways, Joseph and Adam are almost there. They got there right as they were leaving, and they were able to thank each other and pass off tips of stay in the middle and just plow right through that thing as fast as you can. So hopefully, they're in fourth place, Joseph and Adam. Hopefully they can do this fast enough to pass Eric and Tucker. Matt and Megan ended up leaving behind everybody else almost 3.5 hours. No, 4 because... Actually, probably 5 because... The first 3 teams got to the place that they needed to start at 7, and it didn't open until 9. They're leaving at 11:30. That's 4.5 hours minimum, 5, that they are behind the first team. Eric and Tucker found their clue, but Adam and Joseph are literally just getting it. Adam and Joseph found theirs. They can't find their key now. Adam and Joseph are, they're looking for their key, and it's not there. It must have got dropped in the field. Oh no! They found their key! Oh my gosh, they definitely spent at least 5-10 minutes looking for it, but they found it. Okay, so we're back on day 2 of watching Amazing Race. I haven't finished watching the whole episode yet, but somebody asked me what it meant with having the directions left on the bumper. So for anybody who's never watched Amazing Race before, this show is basically 10 to 16 teams of 2. Pairs, right, that will race around the world, complete challenges, and it's basically a race for $1 million. So I've always wanted to go on this show more than anything. I thought my brother and I could win this. I still think that. However, in this show, you're racing against other teams. Like, they're not your friends. They're people you don't know. Now, this season, this is a first. This is an entire cast of another reality TV show. It's Big Brother, which is another CBS Paramount Plus show. They are all previous players. So at least one person on the pair in the pair is a previous Big Brother player. So this is a game of strategy. They're all locked in a house for 100 days. And they're all, cut off and secluded from the outside world. This is different. They have someone that they trust as their partner racing around the world trying to win $1 million. So they're not necessarily trying to make friends. They're competing directly against all these other teams. This is the first season ever where it being all previous reality TV stars, they all have kind of a sense of how to make an alliance, how to navigate reality television, how to work with other contestants and understand other contestants, the way that they think, the way that they can manipulate, the way that they can run that race to potentially benefit them because of their previous gameplay on the other reality TV show. So with that being said, this season is also the first where I believe that we're going to continue to see tremendous gameplay, strategic gameplay, something that has not been implemented in Amazing Race before because of the nature of the game. They typically tend to be new people, random people throughout like America, or even sometimes they've been from outside of America, but they're not reality TV prone, or they don't have a general knowledge of like what it's like to be on TV. So it's not something alliance based. It's not something of, oh, let's be strategic. There is strategy involved because that's what the game, there's challenges that will put you up like a roadblock or a U-turn and things like that. There are twists and turns in Amazing Race, but nothing like Big Brother. Big Brother is based off of expect the unexpected. That's what Julie Chen says. It's her famous line. But first, so anyways, the whole to say all that is to explain this. This show, this season, this is the first time that someone has written down, handwritten directions. They don't have telephones. They don't have any way of navigating other than using a map. So this is very important because they're in other countries. Maybe they've been to these countries before. Maybe they haven't. Maybe they speak the language. More than likely they don't. So 9 times out of 10, they have to rely on strangers in that area, in the public, like wherever they're at, that location, to help them. There are language barriers. There are technical barriers. There are like technological, financial barriers. They're only given a certain amount of money each leg of the race to complete, each of their, they used to have to use their money, allotted money, to pay for the taxis, pay for the plane tickets, pay for all that stuff. That was a part of the strategy, but I think it kind of took away too much time of like people wanted to see more of the drama within the teams. So I kind of feel like they took that away. I wish they'd bring that back because I feel like it's another level of gameplay that's added that is just phenomenal. And I know this is a really long video, so if you guys have stuck through this long, it is worth watching. Phil Keoghan Keoghan, I don't know if I'm saying your name right. I'm sorry, Phil. He has been the presenter and the host since season 1. Absolutely incredible. He is so much fun to watch, and just he carries you through the episodes. This is an incredible show because you get to learn about other cultures. You get to experience other cultures through these people's, experiences on the show. But this show specifically with the Big Brother players, it's out of this world. There's never been strategy like this. The fact that another team stopped and took time out of their competition, essentially their race, they stopped and hand wrote down driving left, driving right, MapQuest directions. If you guys remember back in the day, I'm aging myself, but MapQuest, before we had telephones, before we had GPS, before we had navigation systems built into our car, you had to look at a freaking map. You had to write down, turn left at this street, take this exit, take this interstate, whatever. You had to handwrite it down. And this is the first time in history that anybody has ever done that for another team. And it's just unprecedented because they're potentially risking their first place win. If they get lost, if they run into traffic, if they get in a car accident, if something happens, that is like the expect the unexpected of Big Brother. In Amazing Race, this is real world. You are running a race through real traffic with real people, with real world problems that you could potentially come up against. To write down directions for not one, but 2 other teams to help them get to where you're going as well. You're all racing to that mat to be there first. So if you guys can't tell, this is one of my favorite shows, and I am so excited that the crossover of Big Brother and Amazing Race has finally happened because there is so many aspects to this game. There are so many different facets, and it's really exciting to watch because not only do I already have an investment in all of these players from the previous seasons, because I've watched every single one of these players, each of these teams, I've seen each of one of their pairs on Big Brother. So I know the type of Big Brother player that they are. So I'm very excited to see how they're going to implement that in Amazing Race. And Natalie and Stephanie, the team that wrote down the directions, she is exactly who she was in Big Brother here. But this woman has trained. She is smart. I know what she's doing. She is creating a strong strategic alliance with a winner team and a strong physical team. She is placing herself in that top, like she knew what she was doing. So I'm excited to watch how this plays out. But again, it's something that has never happened before. So it's already creating like great television. I hope that this explanation kind of gets you to want to watch it. That's literally why I talk about this stuff. Because I get really excited about it and I want to find other people who are interested in this kind of stuff. It's definitely my special interest, all of these reality TV shows, because I like to see how people interact with each other and why, #autism. I like to understand the social aspects of it, but also for Amazing Race, I like to see and experience all these different cultures that I may never get the chance to experience. So that's another reason why it's one of my favorite shows and why I've always wanted to go on this show, because I've never really left California. I've been to 3 different states in the United States, and one of them was just driving across the border, so to Nevada. I don't really feel like that counts. So anyways, if you guys have any other questions about Amazing Race or Big Brother or Survivor or The Challenge, any of the reality TV competition shows, I love all of them, and I am happy to discuss it with any of you guys, and Taylor Swift and Disney and Harry Potter. So yeah, there you go. Oh, and Pokemon, duh! Alright, we're finishing Amazing Race, and I will make my comments as we go. So it looks like they're gonna have to do some kind of hockey something or other where they have to like get a shot in the net to get the Jag and Jazz just passed Natalie and Stephanie at the ice skating. Tucker and Eric have made 3rd place. Natalie was able to complete the challenge right after Jag did, so before Jag and Jazz left, Natalie finished, which is really good because, again, they're the ones that wrote down the directions to help Jag and Jazz get there. Jag and Jazz are talking about letting Natalie and Stephanie have 1st place even though they're going to beat them there because tomorrow's Natalie's birthday and because they helped them with the directions to get to essentially 1st place. And there they go, working together again. They're getting the directions to the pit stop. Well, Natalie and Stephanie got 1st place. Jag and Jazz obviously got 2nd, but they ended up at the pit stop at the exact same time, so that's really, really cool. And they even said that this alliance means a lot to them, and they're smart for doing this because it's going to help all 3 of those teams. I hope that Adam and Joseph can get there and make it there within the top 5, but again, they got pushed back. So Tucker and Eric are in 3rd place right now, so let's see what happens. Tucker and Eric just made 3rd place. Adam and Joseph are still at the hockey thing. Joseph is on his 19th attempt, and they're in 4th place. I am so surprised to see how bad Kylan and Taylor are doing because she did pretty well on her season. So did he. I will say this is one of the longest episodes of Amazing Race. It feels like it's taken me so long to watch this. Uh-oh, Rubina and her sister are lost. Adam and Joseph have made it to the pit stop. Kat and her boyfriend haven't even gotten to the beer filling up challenge yet, so I think they're going to be out. Although, what's her name? Chelsea and her dad are still there, as well as Kylan and Taylor, so Hannah and Simone just got 5th place at the mat. Rubina and her sister are at the challenge where they have to till the land to find it. Oh, they got it! But Izzy and Paige just got to the mat. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about Matt and Megan. They were the last ones to the beer challenge. But Kat and her boyfriend are still there, so they have a chance. They're still in it. And personally, I hope Megan and Matt go through because I don't really care for the other team. So Matt and Kat's boyfriend are having a really hard time filling up the beer bottles. But they're literally pouring the beer out. Like, they could just wait for the foam to disappear and then fill up the rest of it, but they're starting over completely. Each time, foam comes out. Oh my gosh. Not to mention, all that product that they're wasting, they just keep getting sprayed in the face with beer. That's absolutely disgusting. I would hate this challenge. Yay! Rubina made it to the mat with her sister. Chelsea and her dad made it to the hockey rink, but Chelsea's having a really hard time standing up on her feet. I'd be throwing those clothes away after this beer challenge because there's no way you're going to get that smell out. Alright, well, Alex finished his beer challenge, but Matt was right behind. They are currently in last place, but I think that if they can get to the hockey rink and nail this, then they can beat Kat and Alex. I hope so. So it took Chelsea like 13 attempts, but it only took Taylor 1. That is insane. They're currently in 9th place, but they did really good just then. She got it. I really hope Matt and Megan can pull out this win. Oh no, they took the wrong turn. Oh my gosh, the poor Matt. He is just covered in beer. You can see how sticky he is. Every time he moves he's got really long hair. So he's like picking it off of himself. You can see it's like sticking to him. Ugh. Oh my god, they haven't even made it to the ice hockey challenge yet. They're at the freaking field where they have to till. Chelsea and her dad Jack got to the mat. No! Kat and Alex found their ticket before Matt and Megan even got there. They're still lost. Oh, I'm so sad for them. These poor guys. Well, they got directions, and now they're on their way to the field. Now, here's the thing. They could still take forever to do the hockey challenge. So there's still a shot, and you never say never. Like, you're not out until Phil tells you you're out. Taylor and Kylan just checked in at the mat, and Alex and Kat have to the ice rink. 13 attempts later, Alex is still at the ice hockey rink, and he can barely stand on his feet. So there's hope for Matt and Megan yet. 20 attempts. What a girlfriend. She's just sitting there talking shit about him. Once he gets in a bad mood, it's just all downhill. Or once he gets this way, it's all downhill. Oh my gosh. Like, what the fuck? 25th attempt. Oh, he got it. Darn it. I mean, good for him, obviously. Poor guy. To do that 25 times, but I'm not a big fan of her. Matt and Megan just got to the field that they have to till. Aww. That makes me so sad for them. I really like Matt and Megan. Well, Alex and Kat made it to the pit stop, which means, yep, there's Phil at the field waiting for Matt and Megan. He always will go to the roadblock or the challenge if everybody's made it to the mat to let them know. Aw, darn. At least he's very gracious about it. They had a good time at least.